So I'm going to talk about someone who has inspired me. So I'm going to talk about this man. He's a very popular figure, Dr. Alfredo Jalife-Rahme. He is a professor. He gives classes in the UNAM. He's a lecturer, writer, and columnist, a political analyst, and he's specialized in international relations, geopolitics, and globalization. Jalife has been recognized as one of the best experts in geopolitics by adding his humanist and progressive commentaries, by criticizing the establishment, neoliberalism, and the corruption. What important things has this person done in his life? He has shown his progressive position and opposition to the governments of the PRI and PAN. He has criticized the Mexican neoliberalism that brings the systematic corruption and privatization of the nation's heritage assets. He has criticized the global influence of the profiteer George Soros. There's a theory that this person is the owner of Latin America. He has criticized the crimes perpetrated by Israel against the peoples of Middle East, like Palestine. And of course, he has a critical vision about United States with his military, industrial, and oil complex. And about the globalization, he says in many of his books that globalization only focuses by benefiting the more developed countries and not the ones that are underdeveloped, while serving as a tool of domination for the countries. Now, this is the image that always Alfredo Jalife used to start his video conferences by saying, here we said what is going to pass, not what have already happened. And he has made a lot of video conferences that are called geopolitical radio. This is one. If there is going to be a fourth pandemic wave in Mexico this winter, what's behind Afghanistan, and the economist versus hablo, globalist versus sovereignist. Now the books. Alfredo Jalife, as I said, is a writer. He has written a lot of books along of his career. Nationalism versus globalism, The Invisible Cyber Prison, with the CAFAT, The Global Disorder in the Post-United States Era, Trump and the White Supremacism, Palestinization of Mexicans. I have here his latest book that was published in 2020, Multidimensional War between United States and China. Multidimensional because there's a pharmaceutical war, a romantic war, now with the pandemic, with the vaccines, an ideologic war, etc. Now, why is he inspiring and how he have changed my life? I consider Jalife as one of the best analysts of our time. He's the best one. As I said, there's a magazine that considers that he's the best one of all Latin America. He has influenced the people's mind by reflecting the problems that the world is going through and where the world is going. By creating a reflection around the great world powers, United States, Russia, and China. These are the three superpowers that reign, that are ruling the world today. Now, with his books, he gives us tools to prepare us for the emergence of a new world order from many dimensions. And the way that he has changed my life is about my profession, because I want to study international relations, and I think that Alfredo Jalife is my reference point, because he gives me the tools for knowing what's going with this career and what are some of the topics that are discussed. This is what I think about Jalife. This person is the one who I nowadays admire, but in the professional ways. It has influenced my life greatly, and I wanted to read all of his books, because it will I will use them in my career and in my future projects.